we're in the match. Dieanic working what in a way? Because you need to add your mic to this. Listen. Maybe not. Listen, I was just not saying anything. It's okay. So as I said, we're gonna be spectating Shelly, and it's going to be rather interesting. We have the first two bans coming in. We have H squad banning Kali, Knock banning Dokaibi. I think two rather standard bans besides Kali. We have not seen that much in the EU bans. We have Warden coming out, so which is pretty simple ban. I would maybe expect like a Solus or a Zami ban here as well, just to be more in the meta. We have Dokaibi with Warden banned out now, so the only really operator we can kind of expect is here. Maybe a Zami, maybe a Solus, maybe a Fenrir, the top three. You're in the meta, you're gonna ban them out. It's not yet the new season, but I was completely wrong, because it's Capcan. Which is, I think, a little bit surprising, considering they're still stronger operators if you look back at it. But any linkers to the bracket? Yes, sir. I can send you the bracket right now. So as said, we're streaming with 4 minutes delay on the game. Myself, I don't have any delay because I'm casting over. It was also going to be interacting with chat. Gonna try to give the teams a good casting over. I do gonna try to sweat this a little bit. That was a little bit too loud. The Libra, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. It's Leo R6, thank you for the follow, appreciate it as well. You guys have been absolutely fantastic so far with the follows. The support is unreal. So we're going into the first round of the day of just a simple best of one and a best of 3 directly after that. We're playing top floor and office. Pretty standard picks, I would say, from the side of Knock. We have the Mozzie, Solis, Azami, Legion, and Smoke. Not something too over fancy, pretty decent stand. On the H squad, we have rather interesting operator picks. We have the Blackbeard, which, especially when we look at it from the EU side, we don't really see a Blackbeard anymore. We do see sometimes a Glass being picked, but not as much as well. The Fuse, again, also not being picked in the EU side, so maybe this is for the Asian gameplay very standard, but for us, maybe coming from the EU, this could be a little bit confusing, but I can see Blackbeard working out here, especially with the spawn peaks, considering this map is very spawn peak heaven. We have a lot of 1.5s, which are going to be removed next season. And the Fuse just making work, getting rid of the shields or utility which would have been there or were there. We saw a little Jaeger mine being destroyed as well. So far the push from H squad's not really indicated yet. Unfortunately, Whiskey was disconnected from the lobby there. So we have a 4v5 already advantage for Knock, but it's only 2 minute spin. It's for us, especially a little bit too slow, because we know that Chalet is very high aggressive. We see the first few shots coming through, but not exactly killing anyone yet. So we're just gonna swing. Do they know that they're first coming in? But Sandy with the kill, getting out another player from H squad. Out the run out as well, but there's in the corner. He gets the first, but the shots just don't land. Another person for knockout. He's hit behind him. Turn around. What a first round. I think we need to reset there a little bit from the side of H squad. Running out. Invego just doing a great job there running out, but just a question, was there a little bit of a troll? Just didn't they see each other? Was there a little bit of a brain lag going on? We have already the first pause. Yeah, that was that was quite funny. What just happened there? The run out through the smoke is also very dangerous, because you do get pinged as soon as you're out of the door. So running through smoke and then still getting the kill is quite impressive, but then not realizing that the player is right behind you, shooting you in the back, just, oh my god. It confused me. I think it just sorted out a lot of confusion, and I think Knock just set a little bit of a tone for that they're gonna run out, and maybe the Blackbeard was a good pick. considering they're gonna run out, they're gonna spawn big. So maybe keep the black bit and maybe change around. They didn't really look sure what they want to do in their attacks. As well, they looked a little bit lost. They wanted to do a Meza take, it seemed like a little bit, but it wasn't decided. We still had the Azami on Meza. We still had a lot of players around the place where they wanted to attack, so it just didn't really look so sure from the side of H Squad. Maybe that was the first round. They got a little bit confused because Whiskey did disconnect from the first round. So we just have to sort out that a little bit now. And honestly, I'm quite surprised, even though my observer, Leah Void, she's doing a fantastic job. She's gonna be our observer for all the games if she has time to. So without her, we obviously could not get these pictures, which was hilariously how she got the perfect picture there. She doesn't have like 100. What was it, Leah? 160, 180 ping? Wie viel Ping hast du? she has like, so Leia has like 180 ping, but we're still getting the good pictures, the good observing. That is unreal. But yeah, we're just waiting for the lobby to start again. We see our little polls will disconnect from a person going on. We're already late, so gonna have to hurry up a little bit. No, Leia, you cannot write in the game chat Dieanic dab and then for the other people not to see it. We cannot do that. I can't believe Envy is playing with a broken arm. His dedication is unreal. Is he actually playing with a broken arm? Is that like confirmed? Are you just like trying to play with us here? Welcome. Also, hello guys, welcome to the chat. So the support from you guys have been unreal. R6 Dagger, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You're just waiting right now. We have to sort out, I think, another few things coming in. So, I think lobby has started yet again. We're going back into the game. Bliss on top, I do agree. Oh my god. I wish, man, I had enough money to buy a little bit of a Bliss jersey there. But the money, unfortunately, is already going away for other projects. So, sad as. But, nonetheless, we are back into the game with the second round. Now we are on Barn Gaming. I think nothing too surprising here. It is the second best side. A lot of people do say that it's kind of the best side. We've seen it in Europe being played more than the top floor side. So, nothing surprising for us. Maybe some for the Asian side. Again, I do see a lot of people streaming against being Hin. You can always let us know some insights and analytics what you guys have seen from the scene. I am coming from an EU perspective into here, so a lot of stuff I'm gonna say is EU viewed side. So do let us know in chat if you have anything to add or something, a lot of fun facts about the teams. We just had Skywalker saying that Envy apparently is playing with a broken arm, which I don't know. Sandy stopped that, jumping out the window, getting Milan from H Squad out of the game, and so far it's not looking too good. Hard support are now gone as well from the side, so we're gonna have to work with the doors and with the open windows that are already existing from the side of H Squad now. Can't really open up anything. Gonna have to apply pressure now direct on side. We also have a clash coming in from Rattled here from the side of Knock Knock. And I think this is going to be a tough game, but H Squad does react with another kill. Deadsoul can get Envy out. Apparently he can now rest his broken arm, doesn't have to worry too much. The Glass now being in play, trying to find maybe a few sneaky kills on side, but obviously Knock Knock, they're going to try to just stay hidden behind the walls. Jittery can find Deadsoul with a little respawn in there. Now the Glass, the fuse is gone as well. We still have kind of the two from now Velvet operators. We still have the Glass, the Ying, talking about it. Sandy with another swing coming in, getting Meher. I do hope I'm pronouncing every name wrong. Please correct me if I'm not. Another swing. TJ, you gotta get these. Parker coming in. Whiskey now all up to him. He can flash the first, but it's going to be the clash with the Zab. Taking out Whiskey now. This is an up and down of emotions, really. Randy? Swinging in, getting the kills, and they're just playing a better siege right now with the godly aim. Yeah, I was trying to look for for the players who's trying to get a good matchup here. Obviously taking a team which is very good on the mechanics, making good frags, taking them onto a map like Chalet is just gonna hurt you a little bit, because Chalet is a little bit more frag reliant than, for example, a Clubhouse map or a Nighthaven map where you could play more the clock. Also, Knock Knock is starting on a defense, and as we've seen from SI, we do have the defensive meta. The teams on the defense side are gonna have the upper hand, and we have an interesting mirror strike coming through, opening half wall of the snowmobile wall and making head heights, and the rest is the mirror window. And another one, I think, is Envy gonna try to place up on the soft wall? He is. This is it's going to be interesting, but I mean they're allowed to do it. Their gun skill is right now really on the top. Maybe H squad, they just gotta warm up themselves a little bit. It's fine. The first 2 rounds you gotta get to know your opponent, you gotta get to know how to play against them, and then you can kind of go again, retry, get a few rounds. You're on the attack. All you need is 2 Jittery here with a little spawn pick coming in, but no one of H squads had the intention to peek that. The next game is indeed going to be intense. You're right, Sherry. There, the next game is a best of 3. So it's going to be rather interesting. Please stream stack with the 3 next, please. We'll have to see what also the other... Oh, C4 coming through. No way! Envy, you can't with broken do that. You can't do that with broken arm. Rattle with the jump out. On the other hand, just getting the kills picked one by one. We gotta stop Envy here. Man is playing with a broken arm. Got a triple C4 kill coming through, and then Rattle jumping out the window, which wasn't punished by his Claymore maybe, which wasn't punished with a nomad trap possibly. There's just a lot of things going wrong currently for the side of H squad. He opened up the mirror window to stay behind cover, to throw the C4. It's unreal, and nobody kind of reacted to it. We saw a little bit of a confusion coming in from H squad there, but yet again they could possibly, if they fix this little few things, they just seemed a little bit of not really in the game now. I don't know what time it is right now in South Asia, so maybe it's early, maybe it's late, the players are maybe exhausted, maybe not, just a lot of questions coming through. They're gonna have to fix these, they're gonna have to react better, they gotta punish all these runouts. We had Rattle jumping out, with Jittery doing spawn picks, we had Sandy with 2 jump outs, 2 runouts on the same mesa or door. Yes, Tom, I'm not trying to react on the player's name, they're just a little bit offhand. So, yeah. But we picked the names, and I didn't really exactly look at... I picked the match and I didn't look at the names, so that is a little bit on my my behalf. We can't really have names like this, but on the other hand, we're trying to focus here a little bit more on Knock Knock for my end. That was just a little bit of a misplay by my... What nation? I don't have... Like, I can't see that what nation there is, so I'm really sorry I can't give you... There you go. Bangladesh apparently there. Thank you to Leia, because she looked it up. I didn't. They're Bangladesh. Yeah, as saying, H squad, they gotta punish out these runouts, they're gonna punish out this aggressive gameplay from Knock Knock. They're just doing it, they're allowed to do it. Yet so far there hasn't been any punishment going through, as we can see another one. Jittery taking out TJ Parker now as well. He's looking to get one more, jumping from the roof, but you're being injured! Jittery with another kill! He knows there's one more, he knows he's been attacked. The question is who can get it. Mila on the other side being injured as well. Now it is a 2v5 scenario and just not looking too good for H squad. They're having a really hard time. Jittery with the run out. It's now Sandy taking out That's All as well. It's a 1v1. The question is who can get it. Whiskey just not having a good time here with the aim. Jittery a little bit, but he can take out Jittery now, so it's a 1v4. His teammate being injured on the other side. Claymore's now finally being placed for and to pretend these runouts and maybe punish them if they happened in the second. As we can see on the window, you can shoot his feet. He stole. Shoot him. A little bit taking damage on the toes, but it is the shotgun, and at the end it's going to be Envy taking out Whiskey as well. So that's another round for Knock Knock on their board, and so far is they're playing just the better siege. Yeah, it's just not great to have these names, but again, they're on my behalf. I did make a mistake because I talked to Knock Knock on yesterday and said I wanna spectate them. Well, let's try to stay positive, even though let's try to stay positive in the chat, even though look at the names, even though they're not maybe playing the best right now. We don't want too much negativity going on, so I do appreciate the comments, but let's try to stay positive as much as possible. Have they even played ever before? I mean, they could be a rank stack, they could be also just an upcoming stack. Not much info about it. It is ages, so I do apologize. I don't have much backstory on the teams. I do know that Knock Knock, apparently Jittery has won twice the regional cups or tournaments, so Jittery always, like, Knock Knock, they do have a little bit of a history. They have also a Twitter going on, so these players, they definitely play a lot of competitive. You see Jittery, love a little spawn pick, but Envy is there to potentially get this firm right now if he's not being careful enough. Milan out of the game. That's all on the other side in mud, just taking a little bit space here close to side, could potentially punish the first one. Yes, is Envy been taken out, but he's gonna have to be careful because now Knock Knock's gonna try to take him out. He knows he's there, he can find another one though. That's all, with now 2 kills on his board, putting his team for the first time in a man advantage here, with Jittery and Rattle now in bowls. The last one man can make his way on side, but it's going to be the window and the hatch from above. Jittery holding it. First few, the chunk of flames coming through as well. You're not getting into this window. Knock Knock said, denied for you tonight. Not now. We also have the echo from Baz coming in to potentially deny any ongoing plan. We're back to a 3-3 with a man advantage now to an even score again. And now Dieanic is going in. Ooh, into... They could potentially find somebody here off guard, but he doesn't look the right way. Baz, beautiful reaction there, hearing the Amaro going in. That's all now out as well. The question is, can you be careful enough? Because we can see Jittery on the window, potentially waiting for a jump out, or just waiting to hold the hatch. No, was just holding the hatch there. From the side of H Squad, they do look a little bit lost right now. Don't really know what to do. We have Whiskey. TJ can find Jittery now out of the game, and it's all up now. 2v2 TJ again with Whiskey against Rattled and Bass. We still have an Echo Drone. We still have 12 the Chunk of Flames. Bass finding Whiskey. All up to TJ now. 2 hatchers, all he needs now to get this round. But he's in a 1v1 now. And it's going to be Rattled finding the game. And that is all 5 to the side of Knock Knock. I do love the name. I do love the name Knock Knock. I don't know, it just reminds me of these like old jokes. Knock knock, who's there? Okay, don't judge me. Okay, don't judge me here, chat. Don't judge me here, chat. Top G Envy. I mean, if it's true that he's playing with a broken arm, then that is very, very impressive. We're gonna have to give it to him. Comeback from 06 coming, changed my mind. Listen, everything can happen. We saw it on SI W7M coming. A huge comeback from a 6-1 to a 8-6. Everything is possible, but H Squad, they're just gonna have to reset a little bit. It's just not going too well for them. We see them getting the pick sometimes. No frags really there. No trades coming in as much. Knock Knock just being right now and playing a little bit better, the better siege. They have the mechanical skill. They're gonna swing, they're gonna peek, they're going to be aggressive as we saw. And as we can see, Knock Knock, they already adapted. The first round they played on the basement spot, they had a mirror window on the snowmobile breach. Now they decided to close it off completely because probably going through their heads was like, okay, surely the same thing's not gonna work twice. They completely threw off the mirror this round because last round maybe was a little bit too close for their behalf. Going in with every round dominating to a round where they are on a 2v2 was maybe too close for their behalf. Oh, Rattle. Rather interesting. It's going to be Baz finding Dead Soul with a spawn peak here again, H squad, you're gonna have to be careful. You're gonna have to be careful with the spawn peaks, with the peaks, and every die we see, like nearly every round we see Knock Knock getting an opening kill right there. Well, we're not quite talking about you, Whiskey Run, but we're talking about the Whiskey in game, and yes, exactly. Yours named, you guys are known for it, but here we are. The main breach being open. Jittery just being allowed to run out, finding the first. We can see another run out as well. Just not being punished, but nothing, not a claymore, nothing rattled with a kill. It's all up to Jittery. And TJ takes Envy, but Sandy now taking out TJ, and that's all a 0-6 to the side of Knock Knock, just kind of walking over their enemies right now. Listen guys, everybody is allowed to give their opinion. If they do not fancy my commentating, that is all good. But obviously you can always say it in a rather critique matter and not in a blaming matter. But it doesn't really matter, so we're trying to get it rattled. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Very, very kind of you. Ban him. No, I love you. No. Listen guys, relax. So now we have H squad on their defending side. They could potentially pull this back, don't forget. They could it is a defensive side meta, they could come back. We see Melon here with a, again, rather interesting mirror placement. He could place it on the hard wall like their opponents did, but it's not really working out. Rattled, you do not have to thank me for that. Just want to take you guys game because you guys seem interesting, and I also want to take and show a little bit what Asia has to show to the EU side. So spoiler Lamau, listen Evan, we're just gonna try to ignore that, okay? No spoiler coming in, okay? No spoiler coming in. You guys have been very fantastic and very sweet, so thank you so far. But again, they could potentially come back, even though we have a little spoiler going on in chat. But who knows, maybe he took his time, maybe he died early in the round and just, you know, tried to take his time and come in. Sandy coming in with an Amaru quickly close on side, but it doesn't seem like that H-Squad does know about it. Somebody's close on the door, getting rid of the mirror now. Envy finding the first, barricading it. Oh, just a second miss, but Sandy's gonna find him anyway. It doesn't really matter. Now just swapping on side. Baz is going for the plant, and it's all down now to the 3 players. One being trying to do a run out, thinking somebody's on the breach, but no, everybody's on site. And now the defenders become the attackers. Baz finding another one onto Deadshot, and Baz with another one with a knife kill. Didn't really look there. Envy finding Whiskey, and that is the first round of today's match. That means Knock Knock is gonna move on onto the next round. We were a little bit delayed, so doesn't really matter. Was amazing, especially to H Squad. A lot of things you guys could improve on. Cafe is a nightmare for me. Fair enough. Horrible caster. 0 out of 10. Excuse you? Excuse you, Nanos? What do you mean? Horrible choice? Hello? No? It's a good choice. Good choice. Can't wait for South Asia team to pick with, oh yeah, that's my pick. Listen, I'll be insane. Cafe lover detected, opinion rejected. Oh my god, Nana. So we are here on Chalet, Northsa against Knock Knock. This is the last match. If we maybe can sneak into some other matches between the maps, but it is a best of 3. We're already in the final, so we're gonna see 3 maps hopefully against these 2 teams. We've previously watched now Knock Knock going over H Squad 7-0 on Chalet. That's why I probably think Northstar picked Chalet, because now they've seen how Knock Knock play the map. So they're gonna obviously but counter it. So they know Knock Knock's a little bit of aggressive, so they know they're gonna jump out, they're gonna spawn big. What they're gonna do about it? We have the bans already coming in. We have with Nomad, Ram, 2 valid bans. We have the Nomad for maybe jump outs, run outs, which are not gonna be used anymore. That is a good ban from Knock Knock, because they wanna be doing that. They wanna do the run outs. Ram, especially for the bomb floor, maybe for bar gaming, also good to be taken out. Normal verticality as much. You're gonna have to use the buck now. You're gonna have to use the sledge if you're not careful enough. You might die to a C4, you might die on the Rom Clay, or you could use the fuse trick for the basement floor. Then we have the two defender-sided operators. We have Azami and Fenrir, two meta operators just being banned now. Nothing too much special about it. Azami being banned out, meaning Meza now is going to be a little bit harder to play. They're going to have to bring a shield. They're maybe going to have to give it up earlier. Fenrir is just good entry deny, which they're going to have to maybe use Goya now a little bit. They're going to have to turn around a little bit the way they use their choices for the operators. So, just a lot of changes for the side of Knock Knock, but they're going to have to adapt to now. And last match we saw them going to the top floor first, master bedroom and office. Now they decided to go to pool and bar, games and bar. To change up a few little things, we have Knock Knock starting yet again on the defense for this map, which could be potentially difficult, but could be a little bit dangerous when it comes to North Star. We see they have a little bit of a meta lineup going on, nothing too outstanding there. We don't really have picks from the side like we had an H squad, outstanding picks, but we have already Sandy here for maybe potential like sneaky spawn peek, but not too much. It's the first 2 rounds. I like to say, in the first 2 rounds you gotta get to know your opponent, how they're playing. You just watch the VOD of them playing. So what can you really get out of that information? Can you really play against it? You just gonna have to get to know them in the game. How are they? What are they doing? Hi Maddie in chat from Leia, if you saw that. Beautiful. Very sweet. So Rebellion here with the Grim, which is a really strong operator. We saw it SSI. You can use him for so many different things, but the most part is you're gonna make your enemies panic. I'm not computer. So that is my cat just being my cat like always. So far, nothing too much happened. We usually know Chalet as a map where you early engage. We have now it's Leo finding Sandy, the first opening pick for the side of the North Star, putting them in a good advantage. They are the attacking team, so they need these man picks. They need to be able to get high up in the man picks to have that man count on their side and then potentially then play with it. Jump in, but it's the Frostman taking out Rebellion now. No more Bs this round. B-Man didn't succeed his job. They did have the information on Jittery, but not looking down. Maybe a little bit of a drone mistake right there. You gotta have that information. At least try checking it. Envy finding Electric now out as well, bringing the man count back to the side of Knock Knock. Envy with a triple kill so far. Jesus. Bring it back to 2v4. It's not looking too bright now on the side of North Star, even though they are starting, they're gonna shine bright. But right now it's not looking too good. Jittery finding Caster now as well. It's all up to It's Libra, the sign that is born in October. Oh, rattled here with It's Libra out now as well. So the first round goes to the defending side, and here are we too much surprised that the first round is going to the defending side. It is a defender-sided meta, especially also on maps like Cafe. You don't really have not much played against your opponent team. Again, I don't have much information about these teams, so it would be interesting to know if maybe they would have scrimmed before or not. Maybe this is the first time they're meeting against each other, but you gotta get to know your opponents in the first 2 rounds. Most of the times the first 2 rounds do go to the defending side, because they're gonna play the 2 strongest sides, right? They're gonna play bar game, they're gonna play top 4, maybe kitchen, as we see here. We've seen also a lot in the tier 1 meta. The kitchen side's also rather preferred than the top floor side. Basement's never really been played as much, but we have the best spots as named as gym, like as games and bar. Has the highest win rate when it comes to defending side, so good start for Knock Knock, but don't rely too much. We see Novstar, they could pull back a little bit. It's not the same dynamic as we saw in H squad. They have a little bit more gripped. I know what they want to do. They have more tactic behind it, so this could throw off Knock Knock a little bit if they're not being careful enough. And yes, Nanas, you're completely right. Northstar, and then the names are Libra and Leo. It's just like the branding is actually really nice. I gotta have to agree with you on this one. Where is facecam? No facecam for the casting, babes. We're trying to make it more of a community casting and less like a watch party. Oh, Kickstarter. Nice. First few seconds of the round, not much to happen. We saw Knock Knock not really going for a spawn peak. Now they're gonna have to take the top floor. As we can see from the operator lineup from Northstar, they have the buck, they bring the buck. So potentially this could be a top floor take. They want to get that control over it, play a little bit verticality, but they could also go for a direct creature, take so many options to the side of Northstar what they can do here. But they're just gonna have to be careful because we can see Knock Knock. They're playing very far into the enemies, not too laid back. They want to make sure that they have a very delayed entry, but the Grim is making good work to take space here to find out where the enemies are. Ooh, first few shots coming through, but not actually a hit yet. It's Leo taking a little bit damage here. It's still not there for definite. We can see somebody from Knock Knock, apparently Sandy, from the looks of it, is in the lower of bar. So he could be very dangerous. Jittery on the other side in office, making and just being annoying there on that double door. He's gonna have to be careful because somebody is there on his balcony. Leo finding Sandy now in bar out. So this is now the man advantage. Yet again, opening pick to the side of Northstar. So far not too much happened. They got the opening, but the control is slowly but steady still not being established. They want to have the control of office. So it's master bedroom. But with 1 minute remain is the question, can they really do it? They're gonna have to, are they gonna have to stick with the office and then go for the kitchen breach because they don't have too much time? They're still gonna have to fight against Jittery and other players who are still upstairs with somebody in master bedroom swinging but not finding the kill there yet. Two people from the side of Knock Knock. Oh, Rebellion taking out Jittery now as well. Trades happening on the other side of the map as well. Now 4v2 scenario to the side of Northstar. They have the opening hand. Baz and Rattle both on side. We don't have a C4 anymore. We have an impact. We have the master camps. We could potentially help us here with a plan scenario. Baz finding a double kill there on the breach. Bringing it back down to a 2v2. Having the informations from the master camps definitely helped in that scenario. You gotta get rid of these. We have a Bravo, especially. That's what we brought them for. Gotta be careful. If you cross here, they're already holding it. We have a mirror window for information as well. But it's Libra on the other side who's gonna have to hurry up a little bit because these master camps, they could be doing damage. And it's Baz finding one. On the other side being traded. But Baz with the quad kill in this round. Closing it up. And it's another round for Knock Knock. And they're going 0-2 now into the third round of this map. Big Baz. We see the first few chats coming in. What a round. Everything so well played from the side of Northstar. 4-2 up, and then at the end just having to go through that breach. Not really having enough time to play verticality. Just a lot of missing there. You had the man advantage. You had so much to do. You had so much room for. We're going the last few seconds of the round. We still had like 20 seconds on the map, but you can start a little bit verticality. You can play a little bit against that mirror window. You're gonna have to get rid of those master camps because those are really, really painful to deal with. As we saw, those master camps gave them the information, the mirror window just freely to swing. We did saw the backstep. The backstep could have happened a little bit earlier. And then this whole scenario could have maybe went to the side of Northstar. But nonetheless, those were the first two rounds. And as already said at the beginning of the match, in the first two rounds, you gotta get to know your opponent a little bit. You want to know how they're playing, how they're doing this. Are they playing as aggressive as they played against H Squad the round before? Are they gonna play more passive? As we can see, Knock Knock, they're not really spawn peeking too much. They're relying a little bit on refragability. They're gonna rely a little bit more on team play here because the rounds are getting closer. Going back to a 4v2 scenario, we see that Knock Knock, they want to bring it back. They know they can't really have too much jokes with Northstar here. They're gonna have to be careful what they do because Northstar, they are punishing them. But it's just at the end of the round, the executes is what is messing up Northstar right now. They're gonna fix them a little bit, maybe tweak a little bit the way they're attacking or just the timely manner. They had a good pace on it, but they wasted so much. They stole the so much time when it came to pushing the top floor, getting that top floor control. That just cost them so much time. And at the end, they had to throw bodies a little bit. The mirror window and the master cam just didn't make it as helpful. Now going into the top floor side, we can see that Knock Knock, they're planning to do a lot of plant denial. We saw the Goey canisters being placed early in the round, way before we talked even about it. Being placed on the breach. We have the smoke canisters with the leash mine, goo mines, everything that kind of indicates you're not going to plant here. We can see the Goey shots right now on the breach. being planted down, and Novsta's making a great job taking here a little bit control for themselves. They are being a little bit quicker than around before, but it's Jittery and Sandy here on games and bar who are going to make this job very difficult to the side of Novsta. They're playing very forward aggressive also on the breach, but they're gonna have to be careful about their lower side, about blue stairs, because that's going to be the key point where we're going to see Sandy maybe walking up these stairs. Jittery on the lower half looking maybe to find a C4. It's being placed, but they can't find anyone, just barely missed. It's Leo there on the side. And now Sandy trying to do a little bit of verticality here to potentially flank off Sandy here, but both of them, as we saw, retreating back. No found C4, and this is really, really well played from the side of Knock Knock. Couldn't find the C4. Let's retreat a little bit back as they're about to execute. It's the last minute that we're going in here, so we know anytime soon there could be an execution happening. We're not in the 20 seconds method. They're gonna get rid of these Goyo charges, smoke charges, everything that's going on right now. Get rid of it and then go for a plant. Knock Knock, great responder, falling back a little bit and then playing off it. We can see also that Envy, he's prone on the door of office, potentially waiting for somebody to peek into him and then get that kill. Exactly what's gonna happen. Libra is gonna fall to his hands, and now he's playing half wall, getting another one being traded after 2. Jittery finding as well, just a few trades happening. It's down in the last 20 seconds to Calster and Electric here to get this 2v4 scenario happening, but it's the Pixel Big rattled, getting out Electric. It's not up to Kelsey. He's trying to pre-fire the bottom. He saw somebody prone. He can find Sandy. Be 8 seconds left, and it's going to be Jittery finding the last kill here in this round. And yet another round going to the side of Knock Knock. But we're going to have to say these rounds, they have not been looking too good to the side of Novsta. They were close, a few of them, they were really close, but then it comes to the execution part where it's just not really functioning. It's not really working out, and this is a great moment for the side of Novsta to take a tactical timeout, to talk about it. Hey, what's actually going on? And yes, Crossfire, for your question, this is indeed a best of 3, so it's only the first map, but this is the map picked to the side of Novsta, so we would expect a better gameplay, we would expect a little bit more fighting back from their side, but it's just not really happening, if we're being honest here. 3 rounds, they looked a little bit decent on the side of Novsta. We had the man advantage, we had the opening picks coming in. Hulky, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. We had the opening picks coming into the side of Novsta, but then falling back. It's just Knock Knock, they're being very, very aggressive with their attacks, with the defenses, not their attacks. I'm already on the wrong team, already on the switch, guys. They're just gonna have to be careful what they do. They at least want to have 2 rounds of the attack. It's all they need, theoretically speaking, but we already had a 3-round rotation, and that's the problem here. We had the 3-round rotations, we had bar gaming, we had kitchen and dining, and we had top floor, master and office. That's the 3-round rotation, and now they can just go back to the bar gaming, which is the most defender-sided spot. It has the highest win rate to it when it comes to it. We see it being played in Pro League, in Tier 1, more often than the actual office and master bedroom side. You can just tell it is more strict, it's more better when it comes to the side of the defending side. But now Novsta, they're gonna have to react. Which 2 rounds are they gonna take? We had 2v2s, we had 4v4s, we had the opening going to Novsta, but now it's their time to kind of wake up. If they don't get any attack round, that would mean they're already starting a 6-0 round swap, and we don't really want that to happen. I could see them taking at least 2 rounds. They've been playing good, they just gotta warm up, and now we had the tactical timeout. We had their time so they could talk about it. Maybe talk with the coach, with the IGL, whoever has the hand there, and whoever has the power in the team, saying, guys, what's happening? We're doing this wrong. A little bit of the refrags are missing. They have the opening, but the refrags and the executes are just not working out, and that's what they need to fix right now. And here, the next 3 rounds are going to be super important for their side, because this is their map pick. The next map is going to be Nighthaven, picked by Knock Knock, so they might have some strats there. As we can see, Knock Knock, they're playing this a lot more safe, a lot more back. Oh, fast few. Oh, what a cheeky little angle from Jittery. He's gonna have to be careful. Rebellion is on low HP, not really. Ooh, that was very close. That was very close for him. He repelled in, couldn't find the kill, so we're good. 1 minute already passed. 1 minute 50 soon on the clock. And it's fine for bar gaming. You're gonna execute a little bit later. We're going for direct Satan, as we can see. The Bees are coming in. Baz finding Leon out of the game as well as 4v5 scenario. Low few peaks coming in. They're gonna have to be careful. Electric being injured now as well from Ingve. The first trade coming in. Libra finding now Rattle. Another one falling to Jittery. It's a double kill on the same window. They both were aligned. And it's all up to Sandy. And Sandy finding now Carister out of the game as well. What a unfortunate lineup from the side of Northstar. And that is another round for Knock Knock, and they're moving up 4-0, and that is what you don't really want to see, especially when you're attacking. When this is your map pick, you don't want to be all fall down. We've seen it in a lot of other games. There is the comeback potential. It's not impossible, but it's these little mistakes. It's just these mistakes to execution which are messing them up a little bit. They couldn't really jump in the big window. Somebody's holding it from below. They couldn't really jump in the small window. It had verticality, and last time it was a frost on it, but somebody was holding it from there. They had the Grims, they had the Beast, they had the Infos, but it was missing. It was just a little bit diversity from the push missing. We could have potentially had somebody on the lower side window, denying a few of these cross angles, denying a few of these peaks. Could have had somebody on the bathroom, on the jungle hallway window. There we go. Denying a few of the peaks from Meza, making it even harder for Momai to peek in. It is a little bit of a risky spot, but it's a good spot to play when you want to attack Library. And then you just gotta go for the Yings, you gotta go for the Grims, and that's what's missing. That was what's missing a little bit on the last round. But now we're not going to see either top floor, middle floor again. We're going to see now the basement spot, which is rather surprising because this spot is not being played too much. It has still a good, decent win round. We see Rattlety on the top floor trying to make sure if somebody rotates from the lower garage that he maybe could take them off. Hatch is open. He could drop later. Gonna have to be careful about that. Claymore is gonna try to play the verticality. Gonna play to West Main, maybe Dieanic to hold the hatch open. But it's the verticality that could now fall and be really, really unfortunate to the side of Northstar if they don't drone this correctly. If they're not being careful enough. Sandy, Fan or Kelster. It's again a man advantage to the side of Knock Knock. Rattled just here on a win, annoying. Somebody is there. Somebody is going to pressure him. And as we can see, slowly but steadily, Northstar, they're making their way to get the skill. Rebellion finding Jittery now, the electric swing, and seeing the verticality, but knowing that nobody's going to be in a window due to his teammate being there on that window on the West Main. Now made his way close to the side, going in with the first few swings, getting Sandy out. Beautiful responder, jumping on the West Main window. Vingo finding now Leo, but the retrade is immediately there. Back to a 2v2. Baz finding Libra. You're gonna have to be careful. You know, one person is onside, one person is offside. What do? You're gonna push in. You're gonna have to take this execute, because Envy, he can be close to side, he can be on the hatch. If you're not careful enough, if you're not quick enough, you're going to fall. And as we can see, he made his way back to the side. Rebellion is now onside, could potentially go here for a plant, but don't forget, you're leaving your teammate in a 1v2 scenario now. Baz is about to swing in from the blue door, can't find the kill there yet, injuring his team, and it's now a 1v2 scenario for Baz. He had the master cramps, but they were disabled. Now we are 30 seconds left on the clock. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna pick up your teammate? You could go for it, but careful, the wall is open. We don't exactly know where the rest is happening. They're going into connector, finding the first from Rebellion. It's a 1v2 for Baz. Time is ticking down slowly but steady. 20 seconds! And it's Rebellion finding the kill on Baz. And that is the first round to the side of Northstar, and the round what they especially needed. It's a 1-4 now. 2-4, very possible to play the basement spot. Knock Knock, maybe overtaking themselves. Maybe they should have just went back to their rotation, go to kitchen, go to top floor. You didn't really have to risk anything. It is a best of 3. They still have their map on the other side. They have a huge heads up, so it's fine. But Northstar had a really, really great execute there on the basement floor, making sure that somebody's on the west main windows, making sure nobody can be in the verticality, pushing forward, swinging in, speaking from two sides, and just playing the crossfire and the trades. And that was really beautifully played from the side of Northstar. Yes, some in there a little bit of a mistakes, but Knock Knock, they were punished for their aggression, and that's what we want to see from the side of Northstar, punishing them one by one, round by round, to make sure that they can come back a little bit. And again, as an attacker, what do you exactly really just need are 2 rounds. You only need 2 rounds on the attack, because it's defender sites matter. We've seen it at SI, we've seen it at a lot of other tournaments. The defense has the upper hand. So Knock Knock, they have now the upper hand because they're the defense, but this is their last round. It could make this 1-5, but could also make this a 2-4. A 0-6 is not possible anymore, and there again, was it really worth going the basement spot if you just kind of gave this round to the enemy part? And I just want to thank you guys for all the follows coming in. So Ashray, aka Phantom, thank you guys so much for the follow, appreciate it. Also thank you guys for the nice comments and chat. You guys are very, very sweet. Trying to focus as much as possible on the game to give these teams maybe some clips they can take off, and maybe just some castings to improve also my casting. So if you any tips that you would like me to see improve or something, just write it in chat. I'm always happy about critique, so just make sure if you have something, just pop it into the chat. So, but talking about it, we are going back to the game, and let's focus on this matchup, because this could mean quite a lot to the side of Knock Knock. They could go default swap, and it's going to be Electric punishing Sandy with the runner. Beautifully read there, hurting the impact, and then punishing him for that run out. And this is the aggression I was talking about. We see Rattle jumping out. Can he be punished? He can get both. It's a double kill now to the side of Knock Knock. Rattle, what are you doing with these enemies? They definitely did not expect that Electric, though he is reading the teammates. Another run out happening on the bottom floor, but not really hitting their shots, because we saw both of them repelling in at the same time. Is Rattler, not Rattled? Oh yeah, sorry. Rattler. My apologies. Electric trying to find here a little bit of an entry there on site. You could do this a little bit more closer. We see the head, a few flashes coming in. It's a 3-3 scenario. Baz now being fully flashbanged, and beneath the piano, another flash coming through, and it's going to be the kill for Northstar. Libra finding a kill, but Rattler is here on the door, being punished as well by Libra for that jump out, for that run out on the double window. You're going to be punished now. That's what Northstar said, and now they have side control, and they knew, because of the run out, they knew that Jitter is not on site, so they can just wait. They can just make sure that they have every angle covered. The first few pings coming through, we know we have the information, but it's the double peak, it's the trade, but it's the round for Northstar. We're going 2-4 into a default swap. We still have the advantage on the side of Knock Knock, but now we're going to see Northstar defend and Knock Knock attack. I was wondering if anyone... I'm... again, I do apologize if I say a few in-game names incorrectly. Again, you can always... English. Correct me in chat there. There we go. Sometimes when I speak fast, it just comes up wrong. So thank you for correcting me there. Appreciate it. And I'm very sorry to the player. I hope you're not mad at me because I didn't mean it. Round swap. It's okay, we're chilling. Okay, you know, just trying to make sure. Now we have the round swap. We have now Northstar being the defending team. As we can see, they decided also to go master bedroom and office as well. We kind of have to, not the same lineup, a rather more aggressive lineup. We have the 2 C4s for plant now. We have nothing specific too much for plant now. Yes, we have the foreign, but we don't really exactly know where are the foreign gadgets placed. Are they going to be used at the entry spots like library? Are they going to be used on the other side? So many questions. What the exact thing is going to be. And Knock Knock, they're gonna have to be careful now, because now they're attacking. Now they're gonna have to get to know their opponents on the attack. They know that on the attack they were quite set up. They were not really too aggressive, too pushy. They were kind of pre-firing stuff because they got to adapt to it. And now from that information we kind of know Novstar, they're gonna do the setups, they're gonna do the strats, and they're going to play a little bit more passive. We haven't seen them play too aggressive from the attack, so we can assume a little bit that they're not going to play too aggressive on the defense. The indicator to that is also because they didn't really spawn pick, and we saw Bez going in with no information, but Rebellion, beautiful punishment right there, taking out Bez, also a really important player. It was the bug for verticality from below is not really possible anymore. We still have the Ying in play, we still have the Hibana in play, very viable and very important operator still on the board. And if we can just look at the flashbang counter, we have flashbangs from Hibana, flashbang from Flores, flashbang from Ayana, and the Ying Candelas. Those are too many flashbangs. Electric is having the most important position here. If he dies, everything is just going to be white screen, full on white. Novstar is going to be blent by their own shining at this point. First few flashes coming in, pre-fires as well. Leo can't really find it as being full flash now. First few flashes being used now as well. There is Jittery out of flashes, and we still have Envy and Sandy full hand with flashes, and Ying Candelas as well. 1 minute 15 still left on the clocks. They gun their space, they have gotten what they needed with watch library control, meta control. Now it's up to, can we make this breach happening? Can we open up the breach? Can we go down for the plant scenario? As we can see, it's Libra is there on the half wall, waiting and is ready to swing. He's gonna have to be careful though. If somebody swings him from the hallway like Sandy, that could potentially make his downfall. But we have Electric and Leo on the other hand holding that hallway, making sure that they're not there. First few flashes coming in, run out in, is Leo punishing now Sandy. 5v3 scenario, but finding a little bit of a trade scenario, double kill, and just all falling to the hands of Knock Knock. They really knocked on the doors and said death is upon us, you. It's all up to Calster here, and it's now a 1v3 scenario. No more flashes, no more Candelas. It's all up to the gun skill. Can you take it? Plant going down on the half wall. We have to, the enemies being on the breach, being on the window. You gotta be careful. You know where one of the enemies is due to the shots, but you are in a man disadvantage. It's a 1v3. You can find the first, but can you find another two? 30 seconds left, still enough time on the clock for you. We have Jittery, who's just playing very passive. Rattler as well on the other side, playing very passive. Diffuser is in their hands. They have the hands here. He could go for a few fake scenarios here and then bait out the enemies, but time is ticking. 12 seconds left. It's going even further. A little bit confused. Where's the enemy? And it's Jittery on the wall, just jiggle peeking his enemy left, right, and center. And that is another round for the side of Knock Knock. What an execute at this point. Very well done to the side of Knock Knock. The execute was very well played. Flashes in, Ying Candelas in, push in. Even though you lost the first man, we have Rattler on the other side getting in the double kills, I believe. Then we had Jittery getting a trade offer, and then you kind of left only one enemy remaining, which was playing and masturbating very far, getting the kill. So the execute was really well done. Going in then with the Hibana, also planting. Can't really say too much. The flashes, they were just overwhelming at that point. We're gonna have to look at more Jaeger, look at more Womai perhaps, because you want to get rid of these Ying flashes. You want to get rid of these flashbangs. And potentially, even as we can see now on the other side, Capital, they're changing the strats. And this is what I like about Knock Knock, because they don't really repeat too often what they're doing. They had a lot of flashbangs this round, but now as we can see, they're going for the B-man. We have Grim now being on board instead of the Flores from Jittery. We have Buck being taken out from Baz, and now he's playing the Capital. And that is 2 fireballs, 2 smokes, and EMP nades as well. So they're kind of already adapting to the adaptation from the enemy here. Because we saw Novstar, they now fully reinforced off the wall. Last time they had head heights on the right side on the office wall, which is now fully reinforced off. They didn't really bring too much wall denial. Yes, they have the mute, but it's rather used for something else. We still have nothing for the plant denial. No Goyo, no Legion, no smoke. everything kind of relies here on the gunfights, or making sure that the enemies can't really enter the building as quickly as the last round. We do have 2c4, which could come in handy a little bit late in the round, but are you still alive for that time? Are you still there to make that happen? Sandy here doing a great work, just knowing, oh yo, it's free, I've been droned, I'm just gonna take the spake, make sure that my enemies can't retake this. What concerns me though is that Knock Knock, they're quicker now on the take than before, but it's Libra punishing now in V, and that is the Hibana out, and a very key essential, and another one falling as well. Jittery, the Grim, the B-Man out by the hand of Rebellion, punishing. They're playing a little bit with the fire. They say, listen, we know Knock Knock, they're playing aggressive, they're gonna swing, so can we, so we're gonna show them their own medicine, and this is what's happening here. We see Rattler making his way in on the other side into Solar, maybe trying to backflank a little bit. They're gonna have to be careful because Knock Knock, they are 5 points up. This next win could push them already to a match point. And let's not forget, this is the map pick from the side of North Star, so they're going to have to be careful. We can see the first few peaks coming in. Rattler taking a little bit of damage, but not enough. Sandy having a gunfight, but Libra not hitting the shots. Rebellion finding Baz on the other hand. It's a 2v4 scenario, the aggression. If you can put it up, you're gonna have to be able to handle it. And that's what's happening here. Knock Knock, they cannot handle the aggression right now. It's a totally different new North Star. And they're getting this round, bringing it back to a 5-3 scenario. Everything is possible still here. It's looking really, really good to the side of North Star right now to have a little bit of a comeback. And I was concerned peeking the same site twice again. You played top floor, you just lost it, you weren't a 1v3, it's fine. Now the question is, do you go there again or not? And they did go there again, but it's the adaptation that made it key. They didn't really swap around too much in their defender operator lineup, but they swapped around within the utility placement, with the reinforcement on the office wall, with the Jaeger ADSs being on piano wall, and just so many few little changes, and also the aggression. Again, it's just, can you handle your own medicine? Can you handle it? You play aggressive, so can we, so that's what we're gonna do. And Knock Knock, they couldn't handle it. It was a little bit too much of a swap. And now we're gonna see Kitchen and Dieanic. A little bit surprising because we do know that Baron Gaming has the highest defender sided rate, so winning rate to it. North Star not really playing into it, not really going to that side, maybe because they're expecting kind of a quick push or quick take from the side of Knock Knock. They're going now here, trying to play this again, top floor, very default setup, nothing too much, nothing that is a little bit outstanding, nothing that we wouldn't see in Europe as well. Knock Knock did try to adapt a little bit to North Star last round. It just wasn't really that bad. Just going in, nothing real of a drone. Maybe they have the intel from a pre-placed cam, but not much information there. They're just being quick on the take, a little bit aggressive there. But they're able to do it because North Star, they wasn't really there to punish it, which is fine because theoretically speaking, they're gonna have to hold top floor. The longer they hold top floor, the more of a pain it's going to be. Jittery taking a lot of damage here. He is playing the Beam-Man again. He is playing a very good and... apologies. Very good and important utilities with the bees. You know where your opponents are. You create a lot of chaos on the side, on the execution part. So you're playing a very important operator. You're not allowed, like a enviroment, to die early in the rounds. You can see the first few getting rid of the caster barricades here. Making sure we get a lot of angles into the side, into the top floor. And North Star, they're playing a little bit further back. You're not trying to die too early within the round. 1 minute 35 seconds left on the clock. They do have a little bit space gained. Flashes coming through. And we've seen it, they can take as many flashes as they want, but it's the double P coming in from Knock Knock, which takes a Rebellion in. We're finding Leo now out as well. 3v5 scenario. Wallbang a little bit. It does hit, but does he know? It's all up to Kelson to maybe potentially find their kill, but the drone is coming through. Can you pre-fire? Ooh, we're taking a little bit of damage, but Sandy cutting off the rotation. And we're in a 2v5 scenario. Normal C4s, normal camps for the top floor. Can you bring it down? Sandy taking a little bit of damage, verticality happening, Sandy finding another one, and it's Envy with the last round, and that is a flawless round to the side of Knock Knock. Leia, you're my observer. You meant to defend me. No, I do apologize if I said, I believe I said Kester though. Or maybe because, oh. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm trying. Names are sometimes hard for me. Give her a break. Listen, guys, I'm trying here, yeah? Yeah, my bad. No, it's all good. All good. Legion and Kester, Kelson. Yeah. Maybe it was just my brain just trying to cook something dumb. Dieanic, yeah. Many brings it here on the point. But going back to the game, we have now Knock Knock on the match point with flawless round in the last round. And here again, we have Northstar going back to the same site, and we can just... It worked out for them last round. Going back to the same side, changing up a little few things. We see now Northstar, they do change up a little bit the lineup. They brought up now the Valkyrie from the side of Rebellion, which means another C4 in pocket, a lot more information coming through. But we're gonna have to be careful because Brava, she could just take the cams on their own and nobody's really paying attention to that Brava drone. Oh, fair enough. The Valkyrie cameras on set, information, C4s. We have the adaptation, but is it really the right thing to go down to the same spot? It worked out the first time, so the odds are on the side of Northstar here to get this round, but then you still have 2 rounds to bring back. Knock Knock, they only need 1 more win, and that would then mean for them that this map would be theirs. It is still a best of 3, so they would still fight for another map. But so far, even though the score doesn't really show it, the rounds have been rather close, besides the last one, which was a flawless round. But we've seen a lot of 2v2s and 2v2 scenarios going on. So Northstar is doing a great job, but can they adapt enough? We see Knock Knock already being very aggressive, close on sight, and Baz, he's just waiting for that sledgehammer. It's just the timing! Beautifully played from the side of Knock Knock to wait and open Sandy, just everything falling apart. Rebellion can find Baz on the other hand, but we're close on side. We know somebody's in that corner, but can you swing it? Is Envy finding another one? It's the Goo Mine who's taking a lot of pressure here, but no, it's Envy. Rebellion finding him out of the game. Envy, stop this man, stop him. Couldn't be stopped by Northstar this round, couldn't be stopped this match. And that is Knock Knock finding their map, another map pick for themselves. Wasn't their map pick. Was a map pick from Northstar, but what a round, Envy. Unreal with 13 kills. 14 kills.